Alright, yo, it's back with TJ. We're back in another video. And in today's video, man, it is a special day. It is a special day in which we finally got a teaser trailer on the new NCAA football game. Now, if you guys have not yet seen that, link is in the description. And again, FYI, this is a teaser trailer, not a gameplay trailer. So some of y'all are disappointed that there's no gameplay and this, that, and the third. They said it that is going to be gameplay in May. This month is almost over with. We still got March, April, and then May. That's when we're gonna start anticipating some gameplay. In which, as you see on the screen from their IG, the pinned post, of course, is the official teaser trailer. And as I highlighted, it says coming this summer, full reveal in May. So meaning they might be still adding some more stuff to the game before the full gameplay trailer reveal. So if anything, this is smart by giving them time and more time for them to develop on the game and add more stuff. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the game and what I personally think of it. Because I know there's a lot of different opinions about the game and all that. I know some people, like myself, are really, really hyped for the game. We love the fact that at least we're getting a new college football game. It's been over a decade. But I know there are some people out there who are just flat out saying the same thing over and over again and think that this game is going to be similar to Madden. Because what I can't fathom or what I can't function is why do y'all think that this game is going to be Madden but with college teams just because it's on the same engine? Seriously? So what I'm about to show y'all, what I'm about to explain, is a big facts of same engine. Also, this is my reaction. I do not really care, but this is basically what it is, right? Same engine, two different games. Prime example is what y'all about to see on the screen. NCAA Football 13, Madden 13. Two games that were on the same engine, made by the same company, and came out months or a month apart from each other. Months apart from each other. One game is considered to be at the Mount Rushmore of its series. Meanwhile, the other is part of the reason the franchise is in a shithole and in a shitstorm that is in today. So if you guys did not realize, yes, NCAA Football 13 that was on the same engine is arguably one of the best college football games of all time and is arguably on the Mountain Rushmore of college football games. The recruiting, beautiful. Gameplay, beautiful. Presentation, fantastic. Everything about 13 you love. If it wasn't for 14, 13 would make a close race. Meanwhile, for Madden 13 is the reason why Madden as a franchise has been shit ever since this game has came out. Ever since they decided to revamp the series for no reason, just to force microtransaction down our throats and Ultimate Team, Madden has not yet recovered from that disaster of a game. Meanwhile, NCAA 13 actually elevated a lot of the stuff that it improved. It was actually an improvement off of 12, and then 14 improved off 13. You see what I'm getting at here? Each college football game improved from the last. That's why, in my opinion, same game, same game, my fault, same engine does not really mean same game for me. Because the same game could mean, because the same engine, my fault, could mean two completely different games. As I just showed y'all, Madden 13 was a way worse game and a game that is the reason why Madden as a franchise is where it's at today, while NCAA 13 helped elevate the franchise even more. When NCAA stopped making games due to the whole players not getting paid, they just reached its peak. Imagine this game continuing with the same devs and them focusing on the same vocal point and them being on the PS4 or the PS5 at this point. Mainly, imagine having NCAA football during the PS4 era. You really think anyone will care about Madden 15 or 16? No. People talk about those two games for nostalgic purposes. Those games were alright, but if college football was around that time, college football would have definitely surpassed them, especially with the PS4 and Xbox One. For sure, they would have passed them. Now, the thing is about this game that I'm agreeing with a lot of people on is EA cannot afford to fuck this game up. They they cannot afford to mess this game up because there's so much pressure and so much riding on this game. In my opinion, I feel like out of all the overall games that are coming out in the year span, this game has the most pressure. That's just coming from what all the games that I know and coming from my personal opinion. NCAA 25, the new NCAA game, has a lot riding on it because this game could potentially save the entire genre of sports gaming. The sports gaming genre has been in a shitstorm and has been in a deep, deep depression ever since the game Madden 13 came out. They have not been the same. Overall, when you look at how 2K went from being a beloved game and then 2K18 dropped when you realize it's all about microtransactions. For college football, microtransactions is not the vocal point. From they can force that for Madden, they can force that for NBA 2K. They can force that on that side. But when it comes down to college football, the main thing that people will be playing is Road to Glory and Dynasty. And even if I believe they also said that NCAA will connect with Madden just how it was in the good old days. So if you have a Road to Glory player, you can connect him to Madden 25 and that can be a whole connected universe and it'll make sense because guess what? They can still force their microtransactions, but on a completely different game. These are different devs, and these are devs that are actually caring for the game. It's a whole different team. It's not like Clint Oberg and the EA Sport, well, the Madden dev team that honestly could care less about anything gameplay or anything about the game related as long as they making money. For NCAA, this is not the case because there are so much pressure on them that they cannot afford to fuck it up. Because if they do, EA as a company will go even further down a deep hole than it's already in because of Madden 13, because of how NBA Live, fell off. Even though people still prefer NBA Live 19 over NBA 2K today, but overall, you can tell that a lot of people just want this game to be good and playable. Yes, it's on the same engine, but that does not mean the games are going to be similar. That could mean the games is going to be different, and the games could be two completely different games. Like I said with Madden 13 and NCAA 13, those are two completely different games, but they're on the same engine. Same engine does not mean same game. And also, for college football games, they add more. There's more stuff to add, and there's more things to do. For example, you got presentation, especially. Y'all saw how the intro was. Got the presentation. You got the fact that they were actually licensed by a channel that sponsors them, aka ESPN. Is there any network, any sports network that is connected to Madden? Not at all. And it's been over like how many years since they have the contract for ESPN, and we haven't seen them not once at all. They do similar scoreboards, but they don't do the exact things we see on Sunday because NCAA is the actual game franchise that actually uses its license for other sports brands, or not sports brands, but like sports channels. That's why people say they want Fox. People say they want Fox. They want ABC. They want CBS. I personally want CBS because look at the last college basketball game. They had CBS and ESPN. You had the opportunity to choose if you wanted to play if you wanted to play on ESPN and hear legendary Dick Verro. I forgot it. I know the first name was Dick. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the man's legacy, but I love listening to him, and especially playing college basketball. But you can choose between him and Brad Nessler or Gus Johnson, and I forgot his other color commentator. But you see the fact that in the last college basketball game they even cared to where you can make a choice. It's either you wanted to play ESPN or you wanted to play on CBS. I feel like that's the one thing that a lot of people want for overall sports games, especially football. I feel like football will definitely master that better than any of. Definitely gonna master it better than 2K, even though it will be fun for 2K to have TNT and ABC and ESPN and all that. It'll be fun. But overall, right? It overall, NCAA always had better stuff and more stuff to do. And overall, the atmosphere always is the same. Dynasty, the satisfaction. Go check out my Compton University series. If you guys have been a long time subscriber and if you guys seen that series from the ground up, you understand how good it feels to build a team or a team that you created and build that from nothing all the way up until a dynasty. That is so satisfying. For Madden, it's not the same as it once was because there's so many fucked up. They're not fucked up, but there's so many things you could do to avoid, the big run. And also, to me, franchise mode in terms of winning is too easy. It's too easy. I've said it before. Compare to college. If you're comparing college to Madden in terms of franchise and dynasty, which one gives you the most challenge? I promise y'all, it is college football. College football gives you more of a challenge because you're fighting for recruits. You're fighting to be the top dogs, and especially with them, they're gonna add college football. They're gonna add the college playoffs and also NIL deals. So with them adding those two things in the game, this gonna make dynasty mode even more challenging and even more complicated, or even more harder for you to become a dynasty when you got all these schools like Texas A&M, Alabama, Michigan. You got all these top schools giving these players NIL deals while your school basically has no money. You have to build your players from the ground up and build them to be the next possible NFL superstar. You know how fun it is for me to do the Madden '06 NCAA '06 series and have stars that I personally build up and see them flourish in the NFL? It's satisfying and it's fun to watch because it all started with college. Because no matter what, it feels so much more fun to do that and build from what you started and see them flourish in the NFL. I feel like that's probably partially the reason why people are gonna get Madden again this year. Just for that. Just to see their NCAA player go from college to the NFL. That's most likely gonna be the only reason why anyone buys Madden this year. Excuse me. Because the fact of the matter is, modes like Dynasty, modes like World of Glory, these are modes that we have high expectations for, and modes that they cannot afford to mess up on. Because if they do, that is going to fuck up the game. Because those are the main points of the game. Not Ultimate Team. No Ultimate Team that even when it was out in NCAA Football 14, no one really cared about it. Because you know why? Everyone was on Dynasty. Everyone was on Road to Glory. NCAA is where you don't really need microtransactions for it to be for you to have fun. You don't need microtransactions to have fun in this game. You just naturally create a team or you build a regular school up. Like some people want to build UMass up, Northern Illinois up, like those type of schools. Charlotte's gonna be in the game. Like there's so many teams that you can build from the ground up and turn them into a Michigan and Alabama and for the Florida in Texas and Oklahoma and USC. That is what makes college football gaming so much fun. The fact that you have the ability to do that and you have fun. The goal is to have fun. When you hop on Madden 24, you don't have fun. You have crippling depression. That game gives you crippling depression. You get on it, you instantly feel depressed, and you instantly just want to think to yourself, why in the flying fuck did I even get this game? That's literally what you're gonna be thinking when you're playing games like All Pro Football 2K8, when you're playing games like NCAA 14, and when you're thinking about the new NCAA game coming out, you're gonna realize, oh wow, I'm gonna have more fun playing the NCAA than I will with Madden because there's more stuff to do. Franchise mode in Madden, boring as shit. It's boring. It's boring. It's not really fun anymore. It's not fun. It's boring as shit. The superstar mode they tried, that failed drastically. There's so many modes that they failed on because they don't try. With this game, they are actually trying to do things right for the fans. They're proving that they are for the people. You know what the NCAA team and Madden team are? The NCAA team is 2000s rock, right? They're the definition of people's champion. And EA is 2024 rock, where they don't give a fuck about the people, they give a fuck about themselves and the money that they're bringing in. That is comparing NCAA's development to Madden's development. One team cares about the fans, the other team could care less about what the fans think or say, despite how many times we tell EA this game is shit every single year. You see what I'm getting at with this? And then the thing is, with if NCAA football if it lives up to the hype, I'm not going to lie, and I'm saying this, and I'm calling this right here and now. Don't be surprised if college basketball be in the talks. Do not be surprised if college basketball makes a return. Now it's either 2K is gonna do it or EA, but I have a feeling 2K is going to be the brand that makes the next college basketball game because they already have some of the college teams licensed. Right as well. Let them do college basketball. And the last college basketball game they made is arguably one of the best, if not the best, in the college basketball series. That's combining EA and 2K. That's combining them both. So if we being real and honest here, this game could set waves for development teams to actually give a fuck, to actually want to try more. Because when you have this game dropping soon, bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean. 2K is gonna be relevant. 2K in their new terms of agreements that I've heard, everyone is turning against them and everyone's saying that shit sucks. 2K is basically saying, yo, if you lose your mob player, that sucks to be you. You can't really sue us for that. And they have the power to take away your player. So when you have games and companies pulling that dickhead of a move, that's why a lot of people want college basketball to return. That's why a lot of people are waiting for NCAA football to return. Because if we have those games out and both of those games are good and they live up to the hype and they live up to the expectations, 2K and Madden, irrelevant. I'm saying it here. And if they don't step up their shit, those two games are going to fall off. No one's not going to care. Kind of like how Call of Duty is now. No one doesn't really care about COD the way how they used to back in the day. When COD was the shit, talking about BO3, BO2, Modern Warfare 2. Like, the good old days, they used to be hyped for a new COD. Now it's just like, COD's coming out. Oh, nice. Literally, because you don't care. You don't care. That's literally going to be the case with NCAA and Madden when NCAA and college hoops, if those two games come out, that's gonna be Madden and 2K. Just push to the side. No one's not gonna care about them anymore. Everyone is going to care about the two college games. And that's gonna force them to step up their shit because in terms of NBA 2K sales, they're gonna go down. But guess what? They're not gonna be making no VC because you know why? Everyone is playing college hoops. Madden, a lot of people's not gonna be playing Ultimate Team. You know why? Because they're gonna be doing their own fantasy team in college football when they could just easily build the team up from the ground up. You see the pattern now in all this, man. It's not just about the money, it's about the fun, it's about the gameplay. It's about us as gamers just to like escape and have fun. That's why I really want to get Tekken 8 because Tekken 8 customization is beautiful. I know we're talking about sports, but that's still a game that everyone's talking about right now. The gameplay is flawless, the creation is flawless, and it was cared when they made Tekken 8. It was with care. The key word is care, meaning they gave a fuck. With this dev team, I feel like they actually care about the people and they actually care of what they are putting out. They don't care about what's going to bring them money because they're going to make money off this game regardless. They care about the game and they care about how us, the people, how us, the gamers, feel and like this game. Because if a lot of people love this game and this game gets the love, and as long as they're the ones that just telling us the game's gonna be good and they showing us the game is good, they can make another one and another one and the franchise will be back on. Just hope that it doesn't fall into the same category as Madden with it being the same shit every year. But for NCAA, when has that really been the case? They've added new shit every single year. For Madden, they don't really add new shit anymore. For NCAA, they was adding new shit and improving shit all every single year. They're like, all right, you know what? How can we top the next year off? All right, let's add this. Let's add that. That's what they did with 13 to 14. They added more shit. They did more shit. Yeah, some things may have gotten removed, but they added more stuff to make the game more fun. Sometimes some stuff has to be sacrificed to better the game. Not to where, oh, you guys take out meaningful stuff like Madden and the game and the franchise goes to shit. No. You take things out that were minor and you add things that could improve the game. It's gonna hurt as fans, but then if they're improving the game and they thought them taking that out was best for business, you gotta help but agree with it. So basically, my overall opinion is there's a lot riding on this game, and I hope this game lives up to its expectations. If you guys are new, man, subscribe. Like I said, if you guys did not see the teaser video is in the description below. I'm Blackboy TJ. Subscribe. I'm out. Peace.